But he's got like greaves and boots on too.
That's quite some door, all right. This might finally be it. The heart of the beast.
We'll find the Rena's Alma and the Red Woman inside, right?
After everything we've been through to get here, they damn well better be.
We'll probably be needing you to open this one for us, Sovereign.
Go for it, Alphen.
If they're in there, where's my heal? Definitely not ready for a fight.
This is it, guys. Time to see what secrets are in store.
There's the hill. This looks like a final area type place. Look at it.
We're a long way from the residential quarters now. It looks completely different.
Yeah, you're right. Actually, this place, it reminds me more of being back inside the wedge.
Except the Danon astral energy feels even stronger here.
In a portion of the city reserved purely for the Renan Sovereign.
Maybe he just has strange tastes?
This place looks like it has been here for quite some time now. If its design were a matter of personal preference, we would be talking from centuries ago. Or perhaps even further back. Still, this isn't the sort of decadence of taste spoken of in artistic circles. So what is it then?
Hold up, decadence? Artistic circles?
When a preference is indulged to its extreme, it descends into kitsch, eccentricity for the sake of it. I'd be happy to illuminate you further.
That depends. Does it involve you buying me lunch?
The void that art fills isn't the stomach, it's the soul.
In that case, I'll let you know the next time my soul starts to rumble.
Now all we need is something to fill up the void inside your head.
Shut up!
Definitely does not seem like we're that close to finishing here. Oh, a new picture though. Why does Xian look just as stuck up as usual?
Volron! He really was still alive.
Is that core or...
And there's the Rena's Alma. Then,
like, does he have
is
a
this
hole in his
another
stomach?
spirit channeling ceremony?
Wait though, something doesn't seem right here.
Once more, the powers must be united. Born from the fires of chaos, the world does seek its rightful state. All must be sacrificed in the heart of Rena, at the shrine of the true sovereign.
What has happened to him? He's lost himself, reduced to a mere cog in a machine.
Hey look, over there.
Isn't that the Maiden's crest?
Can it be that this entire chamber is meant to act as a substitute for the Maiden?
It looks like it's still running, but are we already too late to stop the ceremony?
If that's what caused Lenegis' transformation, then the purpose of the ceremony must have been to drain all the astral energy out of Dana.
But for what purpose? What could possibly need astral energy on that sort of scale?
I don't know. But whatever it is, I'll bet it's connected to those visions of oblivion. Regardless, we cannot stand by and let them steal Dana's energy. That said, we should retrieve the Rena's Alma. Because right now, we need that most of all.
He's not gonna lunge at us out of nowhere, right?
Not the time, Law.
Alphen, look!
The Red Woman! So we finally found you. I have a lot of questions for you.
Wait!
What?
They all have the same face? How is that even possible?
even people?
It's hard to know for sure, but I think they're the true rulers of Rena.
Oh, 3 red women.
It's no use, Elton. If we don't fight, we may as well be sitting ducks here.
Good point. Let's stop them before this gets out of hand.
They just use fucking stones.
Anything in order is all mine.
Resonate with the earth.
Can I get some heal? Thank you. Don't know who it was. Probably Dohim.
Coming through.
Why does an outfit have like that? No? Or like an art?
Leave the charge to me!
Ah, boost break off of it. That doesn't work. This fight just feels very off.
I can carve through armor! Let us get to the fray! The flame inside is yours! No guard for the race. You may be strong, but I'll never back down! Allow me to help you.
Thank you.
You picked the wrong fight. Take this. Try more. No, you can't. No escape. Sword Rain Alpha. Try. Stay away from my friend. No escape.
Bloody howling!
I don't know if that was worth.
Mystic mercy! Holy circle!
You're mine.
Don't suffer in silence!
Sword.
Take this! Resonate with the earth! No further!
You're mine.
Where are you going?
Far enough. It's on.
Feel. More for the
Eat dirt.
Allow me to help you!
Here comes! Here I go! Grab a top field! Can't be
Sword Rain Alpha.
Negative gate! I'll find you in the dust!
Not on my watch! Here comes! Here comes!
Yeah, this fight just feels really off. Rinwell would use more light magic.
You picked the wrong fight.
Oh, we didn't even get the halfway limit break.
Here!
There. Hold nothing back.
I'll be safe!
Enter storm.
Magic is
Vacuum blade.
You're mine! Sleep now!
Sword Rain Alpha.
I'll be safe! This way! I'll
Vacuum
use the
blade.
walls!
Coming through. Ha! Now. Scarlet Inferno.
Here's a healing art!
You're mine. I'm not
Use too much!
Okay, healed Rinwell. Good, good, good.
I'm not. Enter storm. Try harder. My turn.
Illuminate the
I'm not done. Enter storm.
Armor won't save you! Demon!
got them in front, but
Azure Storm!
he's not in front of them, it seems fine.
No escape! Shattering the pieces! I owe you one. Azure Storm! Vacuum blade! I'm nearly done for. Try harder! My turn! The flame inside me yearns to be let free! You're mine! Enough! Vacuum blade! There! Vacuum blade! Azure Storm! It's time! Sword Rain Alpha! There!
Yeah, this all and they're all glowy.
Don't get carried away! Allow me to help you.
None shall escape my judgment.
Ignite! I see you. Now! Take this! Heal my weary companion! Sword Rain Alpha! Vacuum blade! Down on the ground! No escape! Azure Storm! This is looking good! Sword Rain Alpha! Vacuum blades! Azure Storm! Coming through!
I should have waited for the heal, but fuck it.
Scarlet Inferno!
Don't even know what's going on right now.
On your knees! This one's all mine! Raising you apart! Azure Storm! Bloody I'm not Titan! No escape! Azure Storm! Raising you apart! Bloody Vacuum blades!
Oh my god.
Burn in hell! Azure Storm! Vacuum blades! No escape! Now you see what I can do! Can't get out of this!
I can do this all
Just
day.
waste everything we can. Hopefully he doesn't die.
Sword Rain Alpha! Soaring blast! Tornado rise! No escape! Totally! In an instant! Impact block!
I think we made it through with just life bottle and pineapple
Surrender!
gel.
Fighting is useless now! Do you think it's really over?
Astral energy. Watch out! They've got something up their sleeve.
What?
It's self-destructed?
Alvin!
I'm okay. Just a little roughed up.
You had me worried there.
Who said you could touch that?
Damn it! He's awake!
I should have thought as much. So you know this place? Naturally. It was built for me, after all. We'll save that for another time. More pressing is how I'm going to tear you apart. Even after all this time, you still insist on hating me? You cut me down. Sovereign or not, you will pay for that.
You're obviously bluffing. You can't even move right now.
Really, is that what you think? Did you really think that such a petty device could hold me?
Are you going to claim it's because you're a ruler? Be it sovereigns or lords. In the end, they're all titles given by someone else.
Plus, what kind of ruler would spend all his time chasing Alpha, who happens to be another sovereign?
Idle prattle. I proved my worth and the Sovereign's powers were granted to me.
Were they really? We already know the title of Sovereign doesn't denote royalty. It is but an overblown codename for those with a designated part to play in these proceedings. You mentioned before that you were not the only one stolen from Dana, correct?
Yeah. There were countless. And every one of them besides me died.
All of those failed experiments, and they still kept going back to Dana. There must have been some vital reason their subject had to specifically be a Danan. Then there were the records we found in the library, for you and Volron. They were logged 300 years apart, and yet the data they took from you was exactly the same. Which leads us to a single conclusion.
Then you mean Boron was kidnapped just like Alphen? But then he became
A slave from Dana. Just like us. Isn't that right, Volron?
So he posed as a Renan and caused all that suffering to his own people?
How could you? If you knew the pain of being a slave, why would you inflict that upon others?
Renan and Danan are meaningless distinctions. Me and everyone else. That is all that matters. I will stand above all others and take what is rightfully mine, starting with this.
A red woman?
Another one?
Give your master back on Rena this message. No one makes a fool of me. Let them know I'll make them suffer.
Don't do it!
Serenus Alva!
It's too late! We can't stay here!
We need to go! Outfit!
Go. But know I will be your shadow no matter where you try to run.
Let's go.
Never forget, I am the one who devours everything. Who answers to neither spirit nor man. My word is law. I am...
Are you two okay?
Yeah. We'll be fine.
Is Volron... have we finally seen the last of him?
We can but hope.
Those red women. What the heck was their deal?
Could they be the ones behind all this? The same ones who put those soldiers in Faria in a trance?
What, those brainless things? Either way, they've done a runner with the Renasalma. Damn it, that's the second time now!
Whatever's stolen from us, we'll steal it back. The future's ours to protect. And right now, those things are what's standing in our way. We can head them off at Rena.
Did you say Rena?
Volron mentioned a master of theirs holed up in the motherland somewhere.
If that monstrous form's their true identity, I shudder to think who they take orders from.
Yeah. There's a good chance it's not human. That's for sure.
So this thing over on Rena, that's what's really behind all this, huh?
They have the Renasalma in their grasp already, so it's unlikely they'll have cause to return to Dana. I agree that Rena's our best shot.
Then we're agreed. Let's head back to the starship.
But seriously, I was not expecting Voron to actually be here.
He seemed to care not one whit about Vrennans or Danans.
Yeah, and not in a good way like with us.
Like where the skit called
I didn't
Red
see that
Women
coming
were
about Volron.
Also, that
As for those red
did
women,
not look like
to
Xian
think
was
they
gonna
were
make that
monsters
jump.
all along.
Tell me about it. One minute they look perfectly human. Next thing you know, they're not actually human at all.
They definitely weren't Renan or Danan. I'm not even sure language would get through to them.
So what were they then? Human Zoogle hybrids?
Is the most terrifying thing anyone said all day?
How about you, Xion? Dohalie? You ever seen anything like that before?
No, never. However, if they're the same as the Red Woman we've seen with Volron, I think it's safe for us to assume they understand our language at the very least.
I had just so much I wanted to ask them. About Rena, and Xion's thorns.
Unfortunately, they blew themselves up before we got the chance. Why would they do such a thing, though? To take us with them? Or in order to keep something hidden?
Both sound plausible to my ears. They took off with the Renasalma too, remember?
Yeah, they did. And the next time we meet them, we're going to make sure they tell us everything they know.
Just take me all the way back down? Come on. Wasn't it just cruise? Easy enough jump, right? We got double jump scare dashes. Definitely seems like we are going to Rena at some point. See who's really behind all this shit. I guess it wasn't that big of going back. Besides the first part of the Forbidden Zone, right? Can't even fast travel. My HP is not in the best shape. Oh! Right, these actually respawn. Completely forgot about them. And now it's not as big of a problem of going back through this passage. Oh, okay, never mind, there are enemies here. I was like, if there's not enemies here, then yeah, it doesn't matter if I need a shield or not.
Not today!
I like play this off to learn some better combos.
I'll burn it all!
one sword ran alpha does 420 damage on this wolf.
Demons descend! Flashing fang! My turn! Raging take this! Down on the ground! Vacuum blade! Soaring alpha! Be still! Negative soaring light spear!
Now, astral energy, full throttle!
You're mine! Luna Robo!
Wow, that ended. I should have kept him there. I think it's gonna end it.
Astral energy!
Say no more!
Nice. No scratches on my shield or my armor.
Okay. Supposed to be going.
Hey, look at
Whatever.
that enemy!
Fuck.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Not today!
Rending That'll bring you down.
You're mine!
Fragile once to me.
Soaring alpha! Vacuum blade! Take this! No escape! Azure Storm! Soaring alpha! Soaring light spear! Back to flaming thunder! Take this!
I could have got to the break off too if it wasn't for everything hitting me.
Soaring light spear!
Sorry to trouble you.
I'll burn it all!
I wish this hit multiple enemies.
Flaming pillar! Fire!
They're all grouped together too. Just that last part hit.
I'm going to
Now!
use
You're
all the
mine!
power of astral energy!
Say no more!
Will this help?
Not a chance!
The flames will roar! Now! Frozen!
Hammer!
I'll heal
Not a
you all!
chance!
Photon
Crunch! Damn!
Malevolent! Arcane
Soaring alpha!
Seal! Do it!
Chill!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Well, am I improving?
Tremendously. The speed and precision of your aim is simply unmatched.
I had no idea you were watching me so closely.
I think just go backwards, right? Let's just avoid that one. It seems like the other one they respawn.
Right, here goes! Here I come! You're mine!
Take this!
Your reflexes will not serve you well here. Sword Rain Alpha! Take this on! You're mine! Be still! Soaring Light Spear! Take this!
God damn it, no, you fucking comboed them out of my range.
Totally! In an instant! Impact block! Not a chance!
Here I go! I'm only getting
I'm not
rain
done!
down!
On your strut! Sword Rain Alpha! We did it! You're mine! I'm not done!
Barely a blip on our radar.
Yeah, we have not made that much progress in levels.
What the? When did it get pitch dark all of a sudden?
The lights are all out. Think it has something to do with the explosion back in the Forbidden Zone? Doe?
You two. Faria, Avakir. Thank goodness you're safe.
Avakir filled me in about everything. About how I ambushed you all.
She doesn't remember a thing, so she really was being controlled.
He told me about Tarnigan, too. Is it true?
What difference does it make? What's done is done.
Stop casting me off, just for once!
Faria, not now. It can wait. Dohalim, Lenegus is in grave peril.
So I can see.
It's the city's core reactor. It's damaged. Some of the basic systems we've managed to keep online, but complete restoration's still a way off.
You're an elite technician, though. You can fix it, right?
If so, then what's the problem?
Panic's begun to set in among the citizens. Until now, whenever something like this happened, the Sovereign would issue a decree. But this time, not so much as a peep. Any longer, and we run the risk of riots breaking out before we can get things back up and running.
Forget the Sovereign. I doubt you'll be hearing from him anytime soon.
What's that supposed to mean? Do you know something I don't?
Suffice it to say, the Sovereign isn't the kind of ruler we thought he was. That is, if he ever even existed, which is looking doubtful at this stage.
Are you out of your mind? Why, if people knew that a lord such as yourself was whispering such blasphemy, they'd—
There's no time to explain now. It sounds like we need to find a way to keep Lenegus from spiraling out of control.
We need to stop that riot.
But how do we do that?
Riots feed on discontent and unrest, right? So if we want to keep the peace, we just need to put people's minds at ease.
At ease? Like by letting them hear directly from someone they trust. That's it. Who's the highest-ranking person in Lenegus right now?
Lenegus wouldn't have a next in line. After all, you said the Sovereign rules over everyone directly, right?
Correct. The closest thing to an authority figure would be a lord. And the only one left is... Ah. Very well then.
I like how I came to that realization.
Avakir, you mentioned a few facilities were still online. Which ones?
It's like, ah, me.
Why hasn't the Sovereign said anything?
Please, won't somebody explain what's going on?
Is it over? What's going to happen to all of us?
Heed me now, fellow Renans of Lenegus. It is I, Lord Dohalim Ilkaris of Eldamenencia.
Look, up there! It's Lord Dohalim!
Hold on! He should be in the crown contest! Shouldn't he? Why isn't the Sovereign talking to us?
The Sovereign is seeing to other matters right now. In my capacity as Lord, I speak to you in his stead. You're afraid, as people so often are when faced with the unknown. I hope you'll allow me to put your fears to rest. The city's core reactor has experienced a malfunction. However, we have our top engineers attending to the matter, and things will soon be back to normal. I know that you feel abandoned, perhaps more scared and alone than ever before. But I ask you all to keep one thing in mind. You are Lenegus, not the Lords and Sovereign. The solidarity of its citizens is the mortar that holds it together. If we don't allow ourselves to be distracted by our differences, if we put our hearts and minds together and stand as one, I am confident we will find new hope. I would be honored to stand with you. Not as a person of loftier rank, but as another human being among many. I hope that you'll lend me your strength, for if we can persevere as one, I know a bright tomorrow awaits.
Your speech seems to have done the trick. Looks like the city won't be descending into chaos after all.
I only pray the relief will tide the city over for the time being.
What you said earlier, about the Sovereign possibly not even existing, was it true?
It's still too premature to say with any certainty, but I believe so. This whole time, this world we've been fed was a lie, built on nothing but falsehoods.
But it can't all have been...
I can believe it. After everything I saw in the Forbidden Zone, what they did to Faria, it's the only explanation that makes sense.
But what about hierarchy, Avakir? Authority? The very foundations of Renan society? How can we live without someone to guide us?
I'd say we found someone capable of doing just that, wouldn't you?
You? You can't be serious.
I have business I must take care of first. But once everything is over, I shall return. But not as your sovereign, nor as a leader the likes of which the people here are used to, I think.
But how else do you propose to rule?
I'm not sure yet. All I have is a feeling that here in Lenegis, a new dawn is on the verge of breaking. One in which people won't be judged by birthright or on the power of their astral arts, but on other things. More important things. Things like, oh, I don't know, musical talent, for example.
When I bumped into you after all those years, I said you were no different. But I was wrong. Truth is, you were always different. I feel like maybe now I can finally begin to accept turn against death. To see a future.
You go finish whatever it is you've got to do. I'll hold down the fort here in Lenegis till you get back.
Thank you.
I guess you're not going to make it to Menancia for the foreseeable future, huh?
Indeed. Forgive me.
The people of Elda Menancia can look after themselves just fine. It's the ones here on Lenegis who need someone to guide them. Besides, with you leading the people here, it'll help spread the idea of coexistence beyond Menancia's borders that much faster.
Sounds like you're in it for the long haul.
How could I not be, after the second chance that I've been granted? From this day forth, I shall dedicate myself to the future inhabitants of this world. Though the memories of the departed shall remain forever in my heart.
Remember, you're going to be leading the people here, not ruling them.
True enough. Whatever would I do without you, Kisara?
With or without her, I suspect you're gonna have your hands full when the time comes. We should be heading back to the ship. Business on Rena awaits.
Brennan leader. Ground Dasher. That does not seem like it would be advanced art.
Looks like the people of Lenegis can rest easy.
I couldn't have done it without your words of encouragement, Law.
Hey, you're the one who made the speech.
I think everybody can share the credit here.
In one sense, when all is said and done, perhaps I have been a slave this whole time too.
You, a Renan Lord? How do you figure that exactly?
I was complicit in the Renan system, bound by its values, resigned to being swept along, without the resolve to take a stand. And when I realized the severity of my mistake, all I longed for was punishment. A lord. And yet my first instinct was to place my fate in the hands of others.
I think I can relate. I couldn't stand watching my people bow and scrape their way through life, but I didn't know what else I could do about it either. The ability to think for yourself and be your own master. That's what separates a slave from a free person. At least, that's what Law's dad Zephyr used to say. Zephyr taught me how to fight. But in doing so, he also taught me how to live.
Even if it means stumbling along the way. If it's on a road of our own choosing, free of regret. Why, that's the road of freedom. Or, to put it another way, so long as his heart is compromised, even the loftiest of kings is no freer than a slave. I think I finally understand now. This Zephyr character sounds like he was a wise man indeed. I only wish I could have met him.
There's just so much I wish I could ask him, especially now. I wonder, have I been correctly carrying on the torch that he passed to me?
Oh, we're traveling to Rena.
How long have you known?
I was like, we're done with Lenegus now,
About
right?
the darkness I
quite
carry
fast.
inside me. You seem to have been aware of it for quite some time now.
Why ask me now? What does it matter? But yes, I have. I've pretty much known that something was gnawing at you ever since we left Menancia.
So basically since the very start of our journey then. Just when I thought I couldn't feel more ashamed.
Leave the past where it belongs. We have no need for it now. You're forging ahead. That's what matters. If my brother could see you, he'd be proud.
Not as proud as he would be of his sister, I'm sure.
Well then, just as well it's not a competition, huh?
Kisara? Anyone at home in there?
Sorry. Did I look distracted?
Among other things. To be entirely honest, I couldn't tell whether you were smiling or frowning.
You were thinking about Dohalim, weren't you?
That obvious, huh? I was just thinking how good it is to see him moving forward at last. It was always so infuriating, knowing how capable he could be if he just put his mind to it. A prisoner trapped in a cage of his own self-doubt. But now, he's finally beginning to spread his wings. I'm happy for him.
So, then why do you look so sad?
Oh, I don't know if I'd say sad. There's a bittersweetness to it, I guess. It's good and strange, knowing that he won't be needing me anymore. It probably sounds weird, doesn't it? I have this massive worry off my mind. I should be jumping up and down for joy, right?
Must be that maternal instinct of yours at work.
Rinwell's right. You're like a mother bird, finally letting go as her child takes his first shaking and nervous flight from the nest.
A pretty big child.
That's one way to look at it. I wouldn't like to see Dohalim's face if he heard you say that. All this has made me realize I can't allow myself to become a prisoner of my own making like he was. If Dohalim can forge his own path ahead, then I can too. I won't be left behind.
I need to buy pineapple deal. Damn, 5,000 though? I don't know if I should bought that. I don't really buy armor either. I don't have the money. There really was like barely any battles here in Lenegus. Honestly, it was like shorter than a Lord's Palace. I don't think this is the way I'm supposed to be going. Pretty sure we're supposed to go back this way, right? Oh, well, we can't fast travel there either. I guess let's get to Rena and end it off there. Probably do that. Probably be more talking right when we get to Rena. At least get some of those out of the way, so it's not as heavy as talking this time around. Like, holy crap. Started of the game, it was like just an hour of cutscenes, basically. Not the most exciting. There's really nothing to do with Lenegus here. Passing by, just looking around, I don't see any like side quests or anything. Guess if we have a choice to go back to Dana, hopefully. I'm just wondering.
I thought we'd find answers on Lenegus, but we just ended up finding more questions.
You can say that again. And now we have more problems to fix too. Like figuring out how to reform Lenegus.
That can wait for now. We've got more than enough on our plates to deal with as it is. Like figuring out who's really running the show on Rena.
Yeah. Which is why we're going to the Renan homeworld.
All the answers we've been looking for are on that planet. The person responsible for all this. The Red Woman and the Renaissance. The answers have to be there. Are we prepared to finally find them?
So, what do we do first when we get there?
We know nothing about the Renan homeworld or what we might face once we arrive. We should get a feel for how things are on the ground before we take any serious steps.
It's also entirely possible that the first thing we're going to face is an attack.
If we come across a capital, we should... What?
God damn, that surprised me. What the hell, Brinwell? Never seen just floating black-eyed people outside your spaceship before. Where'd they send us? Or are they sending us to Rena?
Damn! The hell just happened?
Our course has been altered. The coordinates are pointing to a different destination.
What's that?
The ship's controls aren't accepting my commands. The engine is being shut down.
That's bad, right?
Quite bad. We've lost control of the ship.
Is all of this the Red Women's doing?
Are they trying to finish us off before we can land?
Everyone! Look there!
Was that Rena?
A flower blooming out of Rena?
But that flower looks like it's absorbing all of Dana's energy.
And it appears Lenegis is serving as a conduit for that energy to reach here. Could that have been its true purpose all along?
If that's true, do you think the people back on Lenegis are all right?
We can only pray that they are.
Damn it! Haven't they taken enough already? When is this going to end?
The Flower of Oblivion.
With everything that's happening, we need to get back to Lenegis. Is the ship still offline?
Unfortunately, yes. Even more so than when it lay dormant.
Can you fix it?
Starships are extremely complex machines. One wrong move while we're out here in space could very well cost us our lives.
So what? We're just stuck inside here, floating around? For how long?
I don't believe this. We've made it all this way, and now we're stuck here? We're watching Dana die before our eyes, and we have no choice but to sit here and starve to death?
Law, calm down! You're not the only one who's worried here.
Right. Sorry.
It's still too early to give up. There has to be a way to get out of this.
Alphen.
Now what?
The starship, it's back online?
No, this is different. Something is pulling our ship in towards it.
What's the point of changing the ship's coordinates and killing the engine? That doesn't make any sense. This another satellite like Lenegis?
We managed to get moving, but where are we?
It looks like Lenegis in here.
Do you think we might run into more Renans here? Or those red women?
Perhaps. Someone brought us here. The question is, who?
We haven't been ambushed, so that probably means they aren't hostile. Still, why would anyone want to bring us here?
Hey, Shion!
If they wanted to attack us, they could have done so while we were back on the starship. We should see where this path takes us.
What the hell just happened?
Shion, just in the nick of time. Here, lend me a hand while I...
No!
What the... Oh, right. The thorns. My bad.
No, I'm the one who should apologize. I overreacted.
Again, Law? Can't you even go a minute without putting your foot in your mouth?
Seriously, it's fine. I'd rather that than people feeling like they're walking on eggshells around me. Besides, I'm the one who should be vigilant about not touching you guys, not the other way around.
Actually, I've been meaning to ask. Not being able to touch people, does it ever get lonely sometimes?
I guess I never really thought about it in those terms. It was either accept it for what it was or come undone. Before long, it was just part of my everyday reality. I think I even forgot there was another way to live. Which isn't to say I didn't feel alone. I did. Always.
So numb to your reality, you couldn't even recognize it as loneliness? I don't know how you managed.
It's fine. I know I'm not alone anymore.
But I can't even touch you. No way of lending you a shoulder when you're down? Even Alphen.
I appreciate the concern. Until I get rid of these thorns, I guess I'll have to put up with it just a little longer. But not forever. Alphen promised me that. Maybe it'll be soon, maybe it won't be. But either way, the day will come. And I'll be ready when it does.
Yeah, just hang in there. One day, we'll share a big warm hug. You'll see. I promise.
That big didn't seem long enough for it to have 3 eyes.
Boo! Ah! What the? Are you out of your mind? This isn't the time for games, Rinwell!
Oh, come on. How am I supposed to resist with you looking all jittery like that?
It's called experiencing feelings appropriate to the situation. You ought to try it sometime.
Yeah, but seeing you act all nervous, you're making me start to feel nervous too.
Oh, sorry.
Staying alert is important, but too much caution can cloud your judgment. Try to strike a balance.
Where'd the Tsar come from there? Oh! As next time we'll explore this place, but definitely seems like, I don't know, we'll probably meet the leader of Rena here, because Rena did not look inhandleable with, like, legit, like, the entire core of the planet being gone. It was just like one piece, and then the end where the flower bloomed. But yeah, I guess we'll where is this? I guess we don't know. The summoning. Look around the area. I guess we'll look around next time.